Welcome back to GTA 5, guys. If you missed it, last episode we checked out this thing, the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift 350Z, sorta kinda, awesome car. If you missed that video, I'll link to it down below. Anyways, today we are not working on this thing. Today we're bringing out something a little bit more expensive, you could say. These two things. So I was browsing the GTA mod website and I spotted this thing, the Bugatti Veyron, one of the, I would say, most notable supercars slash hypercars and record-breaking cars of its time. I was thinking it would be really fun to take that thing and compare it with the GTA version of the car. So this is a brand new Bugatti Veyron in GTA 5. The thing came out only a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to give it a go. I was thinking it would be fun if we compared these two things today and just had a little fun test with them. This was obviously the world's fastest car for a little bit, and it is just so cool. Now, in GTA... That's an interesting engine, though. I don't know where they got the sound from for this, but it sounds very interesting. The Veyron in real life has a W16 engine. It's basically two V8s put next to each other. And in real life, it has, I'll be honest, kind of a boring sound. But it is very cool. Long story short, though, it doesn't sound like this. And I don't think it pops like that in real life either. Anyway, so in GTA 5, the guy who put this mod together put something very cool in. So obviously, we've got this big rear wing on the back of the car, and the guy who made this mod actually made it a wing that you can control. So when I go and I put the front headlights on just like that, the rear wing in the back goes up and down. How cool is that? So we can just be driving along all normal, nonchalant, and we just chuck our wing down, enter our top speed mode, and we're gone. Or, you know, we're like, hey, I want to go do some racing stuff. We put the wing up. Does it actually have active aero if I brake? It does not. Okay, so if I slam on the brakes, the wing doesn't actually move like the real life car, but still pretty cool. Anyways, I wanted to come over to the airfield, and we'll do some tests with the thing. Check out the top speed, some 0 to 60, and drag racing and stuff like that, and compare it with the Veyron that's in the game, the ADDER that's already in the game. Anyways, so let's start right at the end of the airfield. And then we're gonna rip it all the way down. The wing goes down. Oh, that's so sick. And then, let's see just how fast this thing is in GTA. Obviously, we're gonna try to keep it as fair as possible, but in 3, 2, 1, go Veyron! Let's see what it can do. Rip it along. There's 75 miles an hour already. It shakes a lot. That's one thing I was noticing just driving it around the streets before. The whole car was like, shaking the whole time. There's around 105 miles an hour and closed in on around 110 miles an hour, I would say. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, this. Take a listen to this one. It's not super accurate, but this actually sounds more Veyron-like than the Veyron. But yeah, that's definitely more like it sounds. Anyways, let's line this one up. I actually have really high hopes for this thing. This thing, at one point when GTA first came out, this was one of the fastest cars in the game. So let's see what it can do here. Rev it up, spin up the wheels in 3, 2, 1. Go Veyron! How can you do in the old top speed test? There's 75 miles an hour. I've noticed the majority of the time, the actual GTA cars are faster than the real-life mod counterparts. There's about 105 miles an hour again. It's not bouncing around as much, but again, reaches about 110 miles an hour. Interesting. Okay, well, what if we do a little test of acceleration and braking? So it's not all just which car has more horsepower. We need some weight in there. We need some braking in there. How about a 0 to, let's call it 75 miles an hour? Once we hit 75 miles an hour, we stomp on the brakes, and that is where we go. So in 3, 2, 1, ADDER, away you go. So for the first test, it was a tie. Let's see this one, and 75, stomp on the brakes, hold the handbrake, and there we go. All right, so I will leave the car right there, and I'm gonna fast travel back here, And we're gonna jump in the other car. I'm honestly surprised at how fast that one stopped. Like, it despawned. If we can't see the lines, we're gonna need to do that test again. God damn it. Proper Veyron in 3, 2, 1, go! Off the line. Look at that suspension move. It's like, duh. And then 75, brake. Yo, it does not brake that fast. Oh, there's the line from the other Veyron, or the Adder, I should be calling it. Take a look at that. They actually took, like, pretty much the same distance to stop, but the Adder in the game reached that 75 miles an hour a little faster, and because of that, stopped a little quicker. Interesting. I mean, it's not by much, but, definitely didn't do too bad there, I must say. I mean, to be fair, we've been noticing that recently. The GTA mods, for some reason, they're just a little bit slower than the cars that are in the game already. Usually, you would expect them to have their handling files just copy-pasted over. But yeah, I think you can see what I mean about the whole super soft suspension. It just bounces everywhere. It's kind of annoying, because I know if we try to drive this thing quickly, it's not going to work super well. Anyways, let's see what we can do to it. Get some nice upgrades to the thing. See how fast we can make it. Ooh, we get some nice blue headlights. Ooh, those actually look really good on there. I like that. Oh, do we want some neons? We could go full neon. I don't know what color I want to make this thing yet, though. But I kind of like the blue. Oh, the black and orange. That's like super... I mean, I guess this is... Yeah, this is technically a super sport. I'm looking at that back window there. This is a Super Sport edition, so I guess we're kind of right in being orange. Okay. I mean, to be fair, though, we can't be that mainstream. Oh, the metallic colors on here look dope. Oh, we can change the color of our lights. Oh, that's perfect. I was actually gonna complain about the color of our lights because I couldn't really tell when I brake, so that's good. All right, let's just get those windows. Oh. The windows don't actually change color. Okay, well, we'll put them on limo, but that's it. All right, so we've built our Veyron. Oh my God, look at it in the light. In the light with those tire letters. Oh, interesting. The car's like lifted off the ground a little bit. It's like the hitbox for the car is a little messed up. What? Oh, there we go. As soon as we start driving, it sort of fixes itself. There we go. Yo, look at that. That is so cool. The blue came out perfect. This is really, really when I wish that there were, like, proper races in GTA. Like, oh, man. It would be so sick to rip this around. Okay, I'm really, really struggling still with the super soft suspension. You can see, like, when I'm taking the corners, it wiggles around kind of like a normal GTA car, but then I find because the roads obviously aren't super smooth. There's way too much traffic on this road. Like, let's see if it does it on the highway, because there you go. Highway's not perfectly smooth. There's a little bit of, like, weird change, and the car just goes and freaks out, like, so much. I mean, hey, look at this, though. We're sitting at 120 miles an hour. Just comfortably, no care in the world. Wait, does our rear wing go down at a certain speed? Like, if I let off and then get back on the gas, will it go down? Hey, little homie. That's unfortunate. So, as with all of these mods, I always wonder where the handling comes from. If the guy who makes the mod makes the handling himself, or if it's just a copy-paste job from another car. Like, obviously, this one could super easily be copy-pasted from the Veyron that's already in the game, but I don't know, it definitely feels a little different. Let's actually jump in the other Veyron in the game. Alright, so let's bring in... Yep, get it back on all four wheels. Now we'll be able to drive this one around. I want to see if this one's as soft. No, already I can tell. Just like turning left and right, the actual Veyron, like the mod Veyron, is so soft in comparison. I mean, the only bad thing is this one doesn't have a cool wing that I can put up and down. That would have been pretty sick. I could just keep turning off and on the headlights. That's about it. All right, you know what I want to do real quick? I want to give myself or create a little course. And I want to see just how badly that suspension is messing me up. So here's what I'm thinking. There's this little back road off the highway here, and we can rip it up and have like a little bit of a hill climb and then a little bit of a hill descent all the way up to here. It's not the longest course ever, but even in that little amount of area, I guarantee this car, the proper adder in the game, this should be faster than the Veyron. So on the yellow line with our bumper lined up to the white line in the rear, that's going to be our start point, and then it's going to be when we get to our waypoint over here and enter that intersection. Let's get ourselves up a stopwatch and count us down in the adder. 3, 2, 1, go! And away we go in the adder in GTA 5 for our little hill climb slash descent challenge. Now keep in mind, this is going to be my first run up here. I haven't had a practice run, but I guarantee, even with that, this car is still going to be faster than the actual Veyron mod. Just because of that suspension. So much smoother. Alright, get on the brakes hard, turn it in. The car slows down really, really quickly. Alright, we're over the 30-second mark. Turn in again. Slam on the brakes for the sharp right-hander. There we go. That was nicely done. Should be able to leave it in through here. Brake there. Turn it in. Even with that, we avoid the wall by a couple of inches. Man, brake at the post. Turn in, down the hill. Nearly there. We're going to be just over 1 minute. And across the line there at a 1:04.85. It definitely wasn't the most dignified way to cross the line, but I feel like that was pretty quick. So again, we're just going to do the same thing, max tune, so this thing is now fully upgraded. You can tell the tires are the same as that one, which the game thinks is the best version. And just to make it a little bit cooler, we'll paint it bright red, just so we know which one's which, as easy as possible. So, actual Veyron Supersport. We're going to do the same thing, line up on the line, and hope that our crazy soft suspension doesn't absolutely ruin us. So, Veyron Supersports for your timed run in 3, 2, 1, go! And away we go in the modded GTA mod Veyron Supersports thing. We'll see how well this can do, as it's already... So for our second timed run in the Bugatti Veyron in 3, 2, 1, and away we go in the Veyron Supersports modded GTA version. There we go, we nailed it that time. All I need is my camera to die. Look at that. All right, and oh my god. Okay, that's a corner cut. That's not okay. Who would have ever guessed that we needed 3 attempts to launch a Veyron? In 3, 2, 1, and away we go in the Veyron Supersports. Let's go, rip it away, and see what we got, and try not to cut the corner or get too much air this time around. Come on, Veyron Supersports. It looks so good in this red color as well. Keep it on the road. That soft suspension is throwing us around a little bit more than I would like it to. Brake at the pole there. Chuck it in. Nicely taken through there. Nice and clean. All right, we're going to need some heavy braking here. A little bit of braking there. In. And the heavy braking for the big, sharp right-hander. There we go. Nicely done. We can keep it in here. And hard on the brakes again. We don't want to go into the wall. That suspension, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like the suspension... Oh, bumps the wall. I feel like the suspension is compromising my braking just a little bit. And across the line in a 1 minute dead 0.8. I thought this was supposed to be slower. Give me 1 second. In 3, 2, 1, go! In the adder from GTA 5. Maybe it does feel a little more sluggish. Huh. Very interesting. Keep it on the road. A little bit of a snap there from the car. Very interesting. This is so strange. I legitimately cannot keep up my mind for which car feels faster, because off the line, we saw it. We saw it off the line. It was way faster, this one. I mean, I shouldn't say way faster. It was a little bit faster. But maybe that suspension lets it go quicker through the corners. I mean, it would make sense a little bit, having a little bit softer suspension. Sorta, kinda. I mean, it all depends on the setup, but yeah, this thing is gonna be slower. It's not even like, oh, yeah, that's a 103 in this version. That is so weird. I was so not expecting this thing to be so much faster than the other one by like 3 seconds as well. I mean, I will definitely say this version felt harder to drive. Like, I definitely had to focus more when I was driving. It's able to almost absorb the bounces in the road a little bit better. So instead of getting slowed down when the road changes, it's just sort of kind of glides over them. I don't know. Anyways, that is the brand new Bugatti Veyron Super Sports mod, which I will link down below. It's super, super high quality. I thoroughly enjoy this thing. And as we realized, it's a pretty quick car. So if you want to check it out, like I said, link will be down below. And until the next GTA video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put down below what you would like me to check out in GTA in the comments, and I will be sure to check out some of those in some future videos. Until then, though, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!